This is the website. This is the homepage. The design, we actually made it from the beginning. We didn't use any template. We did everything from the start till the end. From the front end until the back end, we didn't use any already made designs. So yeah, so this is the first page. The first page the user will be directed to when they open the account. The website. So the user must log in or to be able to use our system. So they gotta click here. Okay, so the user we currently don't have an account, so I'm gonna create an account. So to show you, so write the first name and then the last name and then the phone number. So the phone number has to be the Malaysian format because we made that at the front end, so it needs to be in that format so that it can be valid. And then the email, my email, and then the password. It has to be matching to the other password. I will show you. So here it checks with the other password. If it's not really matching, it will the field will be red until they match. So now they match. So we sign up and then we will be directed to the login page. Now we log in and let's see the website. So before that, I will write the password in the wrong way. So let's say 12 only. And sign in, so it will tell me that I have a wrong password or your wrong email password. Okay, let me try to make the email change the email. Okay, and just write the right password. Again, we are promoted that the password is wrong. Okay, that's great. So that's the so let's use the right email and the right password. Okay, so now the user is directed to the dashboard, and when the user logs in, the password, the name of the user appears at the very top right here. Okay, so let's begin by showing the profile of the user. So let's click on the name. So that's how the profile should appear to the user: the name, the last name, the phone number, and the email. The user can edit the profile from here. Let's say I want to change my phone number. Okay, it updates here the new phone number, and all of our other fields also change. Like if I change my name is like that and saved it, it should update here as well. So let me get it back, and it's updated. Okay, so now let's see the address. Currently we have no address yet because we are still a new users, so we don't have address yet, and for the order history as well, we don't have anything yet. So let me make an address. So we're putting our information, address information. So here the user is promoted to have the phone number, because if they want to add an address with different phone number, like for example they want to make the address of their work and they want another number for that, so they can add another number for that. Okay, and then your address was added, and here we go, the address is added. The user also can add a new address if they want, and it will be appearing at the bottom here. They can also edit the address and they can delete it. So let's say I want to change my apartment number to apartment 2. Save it. The address was updated, and then yes, it has changed here too. I can also delete the address from here, and I will be brought, are you sure you want to delete that address? If I said cancel, and then it's not deleted. If I said okay, then it is deleted. So let me add it again, or okay, I'll add it later on. So okay, now for the order history, we have no order yet, so there is no history. So let's begin ordering. So I click on that button here. Okay, now we are directed to the to the menu page where the user needs to order from. So the design here is made to guide the user in the steps they need to make. Like we have select your meal, order summary, and payment. These are like the steps, and you have arrows here left and right, so the user can know the steps. Like it makes it's easier for the user to use our system. So let's say I want to choose the first meal, so I'm gonna click on it, and then a pop-up will show up like that. These are the ingredients that we have inside that meal, and then a description about what is the meal. So yeah, and then now the user can wants to increase one to add one quantity, let's say. So now that turns green. So again, so it's disabled. When the user chooses a quantity, that price here shows up, and the meal button is activated. So let's increase the price, and you can see the total is increasing as well. Okay, so let's say on a 3 from that. Okay, and then a span here shows up here that indicates that the user how many meals that the user selected, so that they do not need to memorize a lot. It's just available for them to remember directly, or just to see it and no need to remember. Okay, so let's say okay, let's go to the order summary. Okay, now the order appears here, the name of the order and the ingredients and the price. Okay, and here is the quantity. And now we have a receipt similar, like it's similar to a receipt here on the right that shows the price, the quantity here, and the name of the meal, and then the total price after for that meal. So if I increase, let's say I want a 4 from that, so the price will update here, and as well as the quantity. Let's say I want to add another meal, so let's go to the before. Yeah, I can see here it's updated as well. So let's say I want to take from that meal. So currently we don't have a description for that one, so that's why it appears as none. Anyways, so let's say I want 2 of that, so it's 50 ringgit. Add meal, and 2 appears here as well. Go to the next page, we have it showing here, and as well it's showing here as well with the total price of it and the final price that the user needs to pay. Okay, if I decreased it, and it should only decrease until 1, we cannot decrease any less, because if you made it 0, so then just delete it from here. So so if I want to delete that, then click on delete, and it is removed from my menu. I as well can let's say add 2 from that, and go to the next page. I can delete all of them at once. Let's say I want to delete my cart, so delete all, and then the cart is empty. So let's go back and add the meals again, so we can proceed with our ordering. Okay, so going to the next page. Now we have 2 quantities of the roasted vegetable tacos with kimishuri. Okay, never mind. So we go to the next page. Now we go to the payment. So for the payment, the user needs to write the card number and the name and expire date, as well as the CVV. So before writing that, okay, let me show you. So currently it's not really working because we can't make the payment now because our application is not real. So currently it's just any numbers, and then the name, the expiry date, and then the CVV. So let's say I want to pay now. A pop-up shows to me, please select an address. So I need to select an address before continuing to the payment. So it's currently here, you can see it. So click on select the address, and then because we deleted the address, so we need to add the address again before we continue on making the payment. So let's add the address again. Okay, so we added the information, save, and we saved our address. So let's go back to the cart, and for the payment, let's put the number again. Name, my expiry date, and my CVV. You can pay now. Please select an address. So we got the address here because we added, so we need to select it. So select it. The name of the address appears here on the right. And now we can proceed with the payment. Thank you for ordering. So now we are directed to the dashboard again. So let's see the history. So let's go to my profile and then order history. Now we can see that the order is placed on that date, okay, and the time and the price. The total price appears here for that order history. So let's say I want to order more than one item, so to see how will it be viewed. So let's say I want to take from that one and from this one as well, and that one. So now we have these meals selected. Okay, now we have here, they all appear at the bottom, and then the total price, and with the each total price for each item here appears. Okay, so let's go to the next payment, next page for the payment. Okay, so let me key in my card number, my name, expiry date, and my CVV, and let me select my address. Okay, and pay now. Okay, so the order is placed successfully. So let's go back to the order history, and now we can see it here. This order is made together, so it has only the date, because the date shows here. Each what's it called? Each order made, it is grouped alone, so that the user can differentiate between them by this line, horizontal line. And basically that's it. Okay, so another thing I forgot to mention is if the user is already logged in, okay, they cannot go back to the login to the first page, the index page. As you can see, when I go back, I'm still at the dashboard. Okay, so let's say I want to go to the first page with the index page, so enter. I'm redirected to the dashboard page unless I make the logout. So let me log out here. Okay, now I'm logged out. If I want to go back to the dashboard, then I can't, because the session has ended. So now I am just staying at the what's it called, the index page, until I log in again. So I think that's all for me to explain about the website. Let me try to explain for you a little bit of what we did at the coding, in the coding for the back end and the front end. So here for the coding, we have created these files. We have separated everything with. Okay, so first of all, we used PHP for the backend. Here you can see the routes. We used Slim framework. So we used this is the page for each request. We have the handling for it here. Okay, and we have divided the page Okay, as you can see here, we have, so before I go that to the other pages, so this is the page that we made for handling all the requests, from the address to the order to the payment to the cart, all of that, and the profile, everything is handled here. The information is got from here, from the database, everything is done here. Okay, and I think that's all I can show you here on that page. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a jQuery. So this jQuery handles the Ajax for it is actually jQuery and has an Ajax inside it to handle each request. Okay, for the dashboard, for the logout, for every request we have it. So for the dashboard page, these are the only things that I need to handle in the dashboard, and the index is the login page, and that stuff I need to handle only these, like the login and sign up. And then for the order, this is the biggest one here. So because I need to handle a lot of requests from the order, like the adding to cart, deleting, updating, and a lot of stuff here. You can see it. Show food, for example, because the order page is actually a single page application. We didn't make it different pages. It's just a single page application that I need to like manipulate the DOM so that I can show the pages on the right moment. So I made three functions here. Show food. The functions are show food and show cart, and the last one is for the payment, show payment. So these are the functions that will allow me to manipulate the DOM and show the right page during the right index of the page. And yeah, this is everything here is handled. The pop-up, everything is handled here for the order page. As you can see, add meal and delete meal and so on. So go for the profile. Yeah, the profile here as well, I'm handling the address, I'm handling the order history and the profile, the update and the delete of everything is handled here, as you can see in this code. So okay, so let me go now. So that's for the jQuery. For the pages, we have page for each one. So this is the dashboard in HTML, the index is the main page, the order as well. We have the profile also here for the HTML. And yes, so that's it for the pages here. Scripts as well, these are the ones to handle the like the DOM, because we in the page as I showed you, there is like the arrows clicking on the right so they can go to the next page. So these are handled here. The order as well. Yeah, okay. So and then for the CSS, we also made a CSS for each page by itself. The index, the input fields, that's actually a general CSS file to make it for the for all of the application, like for all the input fields, for all the pop-ups here as well, for the order, and yeah, the profile. Okay, so I think that's all. Yeah, and here's the images we used, the icons. So yeah, I actually used SVG because it's the quality of the picture is much more higher, and I can actually manipulate the colors of that. So yeah, I think that's all, yeah, for me to show you in this code. And thank you. I hope the project is satisfied all the requirements, and thank you so much.